Today on our show,
we are going west, young man.
That's right, man. We're going to dive deep into Westworld. Find out, is it real or is it Memorex? That was just for Mark. On today's Fat Man on Batman. Welcome to Fat Man on Batman. I'm Kevin Smith.
I'm Marc Bernardin.
Okay, man, let's talk Westworld.
Going deep.
It's now over. It concluded last weekend with a bang.
Literally.
Amazing. And I couldn't have guessed that conclusion.
No,
If you sat me down in a chair naked, like they do a lot in that fucking show. Oh my God. That was the one thing, dude. Watching that show over and over again, I'm like, even if they were like, Kev, dude, we'll pay you $25 million large a season, son. They gotta fucking sit there in all their glory. That is acting. You gotta act.
And it's not even just that
fucking naked as fuck.
But it's not even that you're naked. It's the position they're sitting in is the least flattering for anybody. Like Rodrigo Santoro, who plays the scarred.
Was like one of the hottest men on the planet.
He was Xerxes in 300. That motherfucker doesn't even look that good sitting down.
It's true. Well, he looks way better than I
mean, better than I do. But still, he's so fucking hunched over and his posture's horrible.
It's true.
Like,
they don't get to pose at all. And shit
nah,
like
you can't
it's
even.
crazy.
You can't
I remember when they were casting for this show, they put out a notice like, nudity, fake oral sex, fake sex, and everyone's like, "What's this show?"
Yeah,
about?
the union. I think SAG shut it down for a little bit. Like there was a whole hubbub because, holy shit, they're asking for people to be like simulated sex scenes, nude furniture, like all of that stuff, and people are like, "What are they doing?"
Nude furniture? Fuck that warehouse full of people.
Yeah,
that's exactly what it was. I mean, I know there's some digital trickery involved too to fucking make a lot of people, but first two rows. Probably
naked people.
Naked people just sitting there, dicks out, and fuck.
And then that scene in the brothel where there's literally, it was like the Corova Milk Bar, but with real people. Just, I'm putting my foot up on this lady's back because I'm an awful cowboy person.
Yeah, that's the thing about the show. It's like they build this amazing fucking world in insane detail, like where they have to craft the snakes and the horses, and not just the people and stuff. They fabricate this entire world. And all that anyone can think to do with it is just fuck.
Yep. And kill.
Fuck and kill.
Because
over and over again.
Humans are the worst.
Yeah.
If there's one moral of this story, it's that humans are the worst. And that seemed to be the upshot, is that Robert Ford, played by Anthony Hopkins, decided
wonderful work,
ago.
man.
Oh, yeah.
Like in the beginning, I was just like, boy, he doesn't want to be there. Nope. And then you were like, oh, it's a choice. It's a performance.
Yes.
And he turns in like, well, I mean, he's always fucking great, but he turned in a really fucking fantastic performance on the show.
Like, and you get the idea that he also agrees that humans are the worst, and so he engineers.
Well, the whole time you're never quite sure, and then it's fucking great writing as well. You're never quite sure, is he the fucking bad guy?
Yeah.
Is he crazy? Is he a fucking villain? Is he
detached? Does he not care?
But then it's all revealed by that last episode, which is stunning. So he was wonderful.
He's wonderful.
Jeffrey.
Right.
Oh my God, man, is Bernard. Or Bernard.
Bernard.
As Tandy Newton calls him.
Bernard.
Oh my God, he's always wonderful, but this is career-defining stuff for him, for a lot of people in the show. Maybe not Anthony Hopkins. He defined his fucking career.
He's got his Oscars.
He's fine. Yeah, he's good. But still, he's turning in still fresh original work and stuff. But the guy like that, you hang his jersey. Like he's always going to be. He's like Meryl Streep. Nobody's going like, I wonder if Meryl Streep will be good this time. It's Anthony Hopkins. He was even a great Odin.
Yeah.
Even when he was in Odin's sleep, he was still acting his ass off.
He rolled one tear.
That's right. And that's classy acting right there.
But yeah, Jeffrey Wright's amazing.
Fantastic. He's fucking deep, other level stuff. And you can't really, and spoilers, if you're watching this, folks, we are talking about the whole thing.
We're going to spoil the fuck out of it.
We're going to spoil it. I didn't see the big twist coming. Did you? You're a writer.
I felt it in that episode, like they started dropping little hints, and of course, once you get to the point where you reveal it, they say, "Oh yeah, the host can't see anything that they're not programmed to see."
That was so like suddenly you were like,
yeah, and she's like, "Well, the door's right there." It's like, I don't see a door.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Oh no! And I hadn't really even considered that. Like maybe some of the hosts are maintaining the hosts.
I mean, I kind of thought about it a little bit, but then cast it aside because, like, and it's the testament to the show is that it's building these characters that are artificial, but have as much sort of heart and soul as anybody else you see on the show, which is the text of the show. Like it's subtext and it's text. And one of my favorite stories ever is a person finding out that they're not real.
Right.
And it just breaks your fucking heart. Like when, Bernard, like once he realizes that he's a robot.
And he's like, no, Charlie, my memories are real. And it's a backstory, dude.
Yeah,
Was
it's
it
like
a
my
keystone
son died. And the whole idea that, and they get into it very much in the last couple of episodes, that trauma is necessary for evolution.
Yeah, for character building.
For character building. Like we made everybody, we built you with nice backstories, and you went off the reservation. Like you kept wobbling and you couldn't keep your loops and everything started to fall apart. It's when we gave you all sad backstories that it helped everything else stick. It helped the rest of the programming hold together. And so the idea that all of these people, like the trauma of the world, knowing full well that humans in a park like that only want to commit trauma.
Right.
Like it is just, I love the way this show just meshes itself together. Like it's all predicated upon itself and all comes from itself.
Bad Robot Producing, so JJ's name's on it, but it's Jonathan Nolan.
Jonah Nolan. I think that's short for Jonathan Nolan, yeah. And his wife,
so
Lisa
the one
Joy.
that, and he co-wrote Dark Knight, didn't he? Mm-hmm. With Chris Nolan?
Yeah, and I think he also had Person of Interest.
Yes, he had that show.
Yeah.
And did he also write Inception with his brother?
That I'm not sure. Wouldn't surprise me, though.
Yeah, especially watching Westworld, it wouldn't surprise me, because it's intricately plotted. I know they got like 10 episodes or whatever to fucking do it, but man, they wove a web.
They really did.
And they did it right in front of your eyes.
I mean, and most of it I was on board with. Like, I'm here for Maeve's story, like the Thandie Newton character.
Fucking, go ahead.
The brothel owner, the former prostitute.
The breakout fucking star for my money.
Yeah, like Thandie Newton, we were talking about it before we rolled. For my money, gave the best performance on TV this year.
Wow.
It's unbelievably complex, and she does so much with so little. There are just moments where you just see like eyebrow lifts and lip curls and dawning of realization, and all of these things are so minute and so just imperceptibly adjusted, and it all just sort of builds into this amazing performance of a person who realizes that she's a slave. And realizes that that's like it's a runaway slave story, basically.
I hadn't fucking thought about that.
You know, it's very much the like, I'm learning enough about my masters, I'm picking enough this, I'm getting enough that, I've got a little bit of information, I'm gonna like read the books I'm not supposed to read, I'm gonna get the information that's been forbidden to me, and I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. And then that's her story.
But we'll dive a little deeper on Thandie Newton. Let's jump to her conclusion of her story and in the final episode. Didn't you want her so badly to stay on that fucking train?
Get on the train, mate. Get on the fucking train.
Especially because when he was going like, no, it says here you're gonna, and he got to the train and she's like, stop, and she broke it and she's like, nobody controls me or whatever. So we never heard what the next thing was.
Nope.
Whether she was supposed to stay on the train or get off the train. And she, that memory that just fucking like kills her and she knows it's not real, finally like broke her and got her off the train. Fantastic writing, but that performance, we'll go back. Thandie Newton's performance, man, and that character Maeve, like going into it, probably in terms of expectation, like that's the storyline where I'll take a leak or something like that. Like I'm not, you can walk away from the show sometimes. By the end of maybe the first episode, I was like, huh. And then by, I think, second episode, she became the show for me. And that's saying a lot because there's a lot of show to digest.
Yeah.
And it's not like, well, this one's the weak link. Nobody's fucking slacking. But man, oh man, that storyline was the one that captured my imagination the most. Whereas they all did, but that one fucking was top of the heap.
Like in
and
the
it
show.
helps, her performance really fucking
sold
it for me. You're right. She really fucking communicates betrayal.
Yeah.
Like, so well, and then quickly owning it as well. Not betrayal like I'm broken, but I'm going to use this hurt to rebuild.
I'm gonna use the trauma to move past it.
To layer fucking performance. And then when you get to like when she finds out the kid's not real and stuff, and so nothing can stop her. But then ultimately, like that's human. Like getting off the train is the human thing. That's what I think. Like even though she knows that fucking kid is programming, and not hers, like mother would never stay on the train, and that's the moment where she's been human for a while in her mind, but that's the moment where you're like, she is.
Right, and also we know that daughter that she had is real. Like that robot existed somewhere because the Man in Black talks about killing.
Yes.
Like that was his. Like I wanted to see how far I would go, and I found this woman and her daughter, and I killed them both.
Dark as shit.
And like for a second, she was alive, and that's when I knew that I was a monster.
Let's talk about him. So, did you see those two storylines being the same? They fucked with us. Like,
yeah, like that is my least favorite part of it.
really? That bummed you out?
Yeah.
I was kind of like, because I was like, fuck, man. They really like, they never, you know, it was one of those, let me think back. And I'm like, well, they never said this was now. And when that picture was introduced, like, I should have been like, wait a second, that picture. And I think that was the first breadcrumb.
Yeah, like it was the one thing in the show that didn't seem to be playing fair. You know, like everything else is on a rail except for that. You know, everything else is progressing forward. Like you get your loops and all of that stuff, and I get that.
Right.
But that was the one where it was like, oh, you know what? If everything else is going to play by these rules, why do you get to play by those rules?
I like
just for that reveal.
I liked it. I like it's one of those, you know, oh, you fucking tricked me. Well done. Like, you know, I fancied myself a writer, and I didn't even fucking see that.
Yeah. Like
and
I
all
had
the
a whiff of it,
signs
and then
were
I
there.
dismissed it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, all the signs are there. Once they spoil it for you at the end, or once they reveal, you do the dive backwards, and you're like, yes. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I thought Ed Harris had a really wonderful scene for my money. You know, he's always reliable, Ed Harris. But there was one scene, not in episode 10, but I think in 9, where who's the girl who was in Rocky, who's like
Tessa Thompson.
Oh my God,
she's so good.
So fucking fantastic. Give her, not that this is the best reward in the world to give any actor or actress, but give her a Marvel movie.
She has one.
She's in Black Panther?
She's in Thor. She's Valkyrie.
Really?
Yes.
I thought maybe she was in Rocky or Creed.
Yeah.
And he brought Michael B. Jordan into Black Panther.
Yeah.
So she's like,
She
I'm
was
in
already
Black
there.
Panther.
Like, I'm a Valkyrie.
Give Valkyrie. I think she's like an insanely genuine actress. Like, especially, and that's tough to say in Westworld.
Where everybody's firing on all cylinders.
But and also, like, you're up against some acting titans. Like, it's one thing to get that job on the day they told her, like, you're going to be in Westworld. I'm sure she's like, oh, fuck, yes. And then when you look at the cast list, you're like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, like any one of these people could be number one on the call sheet of any other show.
And they can act their asses off. But she fucking stood shoulder to shoulder with all of them. Even in scenes with fucking Anthony Hopkins, dude. She's the real deal. She was wonderful.
I
Absolutely
expected
wonderful.
kind of for her to be Tandy Newton's daughter.
Well, that could still do that.
They could still do that. I expected that reveal to come at the end of it. Where that, you know, because we don't know if hosts age or don't age. We don't know if they built the one that does.
Right.
And I was like, oh, maybe that's the daughter she's looking for.
Well, what happened to her at the end party scene? Did we find out?
We don't see her die. I mean, the only person we...
And they didn't punish her on camera.
Nope.
She's going to make it to season 2.
Pretty sure.
Samurai World?
Fuck yes.
Well, I mean, was your impression that that's the next park, or that they've got a lot of parks?
I mean, if it's
If
the
it's
original...
a lot of parks, this show will never end, dude.
If it's like the original, the original 1973
Future World
movie...
was next.
There was a Future World, there was a Roman World, there was Westworld.
So maybe their Samurai World is in place.
I mean, we don't know where this park is built. We don't know how many other parks it could be. It could be like fucking Disney World. It could be, hey, Universal's across the street, and hey, there's MGM's Movie World, and here's Debauchery World, and here's Samurai World, and here's Buck Rogers World.
I want to watch your show.
Where does this train go?
Yeah. And well, that was my question. I was wondering if she stayed on the train, if the train was going to leave at all. Because we never really saw a train pull in, did we?
Well, when William first gets on the train, we see it pull in.
That's right. Well, into Westworld.
Into Westworld, but we don't know where it's coming from.
All right, who else? Of course, Dolores.
Evan Rachel Wood.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And man, oh man, like, what a journey she had to take. And she had to ring a bunch of different bells, including playing, you know, kind of Prairie Girl. All the way up to, I've now attained the wisdom.
Right.
And I am become death.
Destroyer of worlds.
Yeah, it was dope. It was a really sweet watch. And, you know, in episode, I think it was 9, they hipped us to the fact that she killed Arnold. And they didn't tell us how. So you had a week to be like, oh my God, she just went human ape shit and fucking ripped him apart. And then the explanation was, of course, far more satisfying than the one that I wrote in my head. There's some damn fucking fine
Dolores
writing on that.
Smash!
Yeah, that's what I went for. But instead, it was really fucking beautiful. And him saying, like, these violent, what is it? These
violent pursuits lead to violent ends.
Yes. These violent delights lead to violent ends? These violent delights lead to violent ends. Oh my God, fucking heartbreaking shit.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing...
And you know what was really sweet, though? I thought, did you think... I thought Dolores was like, someone's coming for me. And she was talking about Billy.
Billy?
Is that his name? William.
Yes, William.
Which was Ed Harris.
Right.
But she was really talking about Teddy. So she double fucked William. Like, whereas William fell in love with the robot, and then when he saw her again, she didn't even recognize him because she'd been wiped. There they are years later and shit like that, and she's going like, someone will come for me, and he's like, oh, you idiot, it's me.
I've been coming here for the last 30 fucking
But
years.
she wasn't even talking about him, so it's like, double fuck you. But she was talking about fucking what's-his-face, Cyclops.
Marsden.
James Marsden, man. Fucking, yeah, he was wonderful.
I mean, the one thing that I wanted a little bit more out of was and they revealed that she was the big bad. They're talking about, like, we've got a new antagonist, we got a new storyline, it's all about Wyatt is coming, and that she was Wyatt. You never get, like, I wanted more of the sense of the world.
Is she Wyatt? That's the idea?
That's what they say, was that they melded her personality with the Wyatt personality.
Oh, that's right, they did say that.
Which leads to her killing everybody at that party, at that whatever corporate function at the end. But, like, I just wanted more. Like,
but what does Hopkins make her? He says, like, in order for you to, he kind of like tells her. He doesn't say, "I want you to fuck," unless he programmed her to do that. Why does she? He wanted that, right?
Yes. Like, I think he wanted to die in the same way that Arnold wanted to die, so that they would shut the park down and give these hosts a chance for their own life. Like, he wanted the robot uprising.
Right.
Like, he programmed the robot uprising. That's what he was looking for. And so she was the instrument of his, like, sealing the deal. You know, we are never going to be inviting people into this park again to abuse you all. We've given you enough trauma for the last 30 years that has been sort of building up like fucking barnacles on the side of a boat. And now you're all becoming awake. And she was supposed to be the sort of like executioner's sword that comes in and seals that deal.
Where she's like, "This is our world."
Yeah, this is our world, belongs to us.
So season 2, if you had to guess, is just War of the Robots.
I mean, fingers crossed, man. Like, whether it's
a tough season to top.
Yeah,
Who wrote? It was him. There was a lady too, Lisa Joy.
Lisa Joy, his wife.
Where'd she come from?
I think they worked on Person of Interest together.
So Jonathan or Jonah Nolan is married to Lisa Joy,
and they ran the show together.
Was there? They were the only two?
No, there's a bunch of other writers on them. One of which, Ed Brubaker.
From comics?
Marvel Comics and Image Comics is Ed Brubaker, creator of the Winter Soldier.
You think of Ed Brubaker? That's how old school I go. I think Ed Brubaker is a DC Comics guy.
Really, Catwoman,
and
Gotham
Central for a while.
Yeah.
Wow, man, really?
Yeah.
Good for him. Fucking, I love when comic guys fucking get into the. It's not like, hey man, it's better over there, but they pay better. That's the big difference. He's always a great storyteller.
Oh, for sure.
Wow, I'm gonna go back and check out
Yeah, I think he's got a credit on one episode. I want to say it's like 6 or 7, maybe.
Oh, good for him.
But he was in the room for 30 weeks or whatever it was they took.
And he's a class storyteller. If I was putting together like a fucking writer's room for a smart show, it's like, that's not fucking a dumb guy to have.
No.
And he's not been like, I've done every show there is. You know what I'm saying? He's fresh. You can
He's
milk
fresh.
that
He's
guy
still hungry,
for his best ideas.
And he's also written
a bunch of
20,000 pages of comics. Like, if
he's
you have to rely on a person to show up and make things happen, doing a monthly comic for like 6 years and being on time.
That's smart. If I ever go to a show, I should fucking just get fucking writers from comics.
I mean, comics dudes and journalists.
That's right.
I'm just saying,
That's
motherfuckers
true.
who have to hit deadlines.
That's true.
Will hit deadlines.
You don't have to pitch me. You got a job. You know, as soon as I get something.
I'm just saying for all of you people out there.
He's like, I could be depended upon. Who else, man? We blew Tandy Newton, Hopkins.
We talked Jeffrey Wright a little bit.
And he's fantastic.
He's amazing.
He's amazing. And Bernard is a character that, like, you know, you always kind of, you felt for him, especially with the broken son. Like, I remember him doing the call with his wife, which means that call was fucking engineered as well. Oh,
totally.
All of his heartbreaking.
Played by the great Gina Torres.
That's who that was?
Yeah.
so you get into his life a bit, and you start to like him as a person quite a bit. But I think I like him more as as a host, finding out that he is what's his name? Arthur? No.
Arthur. Well, yeah, he's basically designed to be Arthur.
To be Arthur.
Yeah, which is lovely. I mean, there's a story thing where by treating your character so horribly to begin with, you automatically build sympathy for them. I remember listening to Paul Verhoeven talk about that with RoboCop, that the reason why Alex Murphy has to die so fucking horribly is because you haven't gotten to know the character at all. He's on the screen for 15 minutes. But through that violence, through that torture, through that trauma, you automatically feel for him because of the depth of his trauma.
Wow.
It's like Harry Potter, the kid under the stairs. You feel for him because he's been abused, he's been damaged, he's been sort of just forsaken.
He killed his parents in front of him when he was a baby.
Totally. And so the idea that this show gets you on the side of the hosts, like you start this show feeling for the humans. Awesome, it's great, we're coming, we're rich, we're going to have fun in this park. But by showing all of this trauma, by this repeated trauma, by the loops of trauma, the show very nimbly shifts us to their side. So by the time you get the robot revolution, it's like we're rooting for the zombies in The Walking Dead. And that's a fucking trick.
That's a writer right there. How eloquently put is that? You're absolutely right. It was a fucking magic trick.
Yeah. Like, you didn't even see it happening until it happened.
No. Phenomenal season 1. Who else did we not blow? It's in the cast. James Marsden was great.
Yeah, it's really strong. Like, I'm always surprised by him. Like I didn't love his Cyclops because Cyclops as a character it's hard to be on his side.
Honestly, I think what's tough to pull off about the Cyclops performance is most of the time your eyes are fucking covered, and acting, it's all there.
Yeah.
It's all window to the soul. So if a dude's wearing a fucking visor and shit like that.
But it's also like you want Jean Grey to be with Wolverine because he's fucking Wolverine.
Yeah.
Like, this guy brings nothing to the table besides a really nice pair of specs.
Yeah, ruby quartz.
And
he's dependable.
He's dependable. He's us. Logan is the dick that the girl you love goes out with.
Yeah.
But you understand the dick relationship a lot easier than you understand.
It's weird.
the
In
us.
that whole scenario, I always saw myself as Gene. So I really... This is, is there anybody else whose dick we can suck on the show who didn't get sucked yet? I think
I'm
we
not
hit them
sure.
all.
Well, the guy who plays William, what was his name? Jimmy Harrison?
I don't know that's his name.
Jimmy Simpson. Not
Jimmy
Harrison.
Simpson is his name?
He played, young William.
Great job. Where's he from? Why do I recognize him? You know what? Doesn't matter. He was phenomenal. Your heart broke for him and stuff. But I didn't see the Ed Harris coming, one iota. So yeah. I wonder if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Oh, Jimmy Simpson's House of Cards.
Oh, he's from that show? From Netflix?
From the Netflix?
Here it is. I didn't watch that show.
Me neither.
My wife loves it.
Yeah, mine doesn't. So.
And there it is.
And we solved it, you guys.
An insight into our personal life. If you haven't fucking gone Westworld, you should, because Westworld fucking rocks really, really hard. Yeah. They did a phenomenal job, man. Storytelling like this scares me every once in a while, because I'm like, fuck, I'm never going to be this good. But I'm like, you know what? I'm never going to be as good as a lot of things. Like, I feel the same way when I watch Game of Thrones. I'm like, never going to be that good. So I think that's what I'm drawn to, the fucking programming that I go like, man, I can't do that. That's a fucking magic trick and stuff. But you watch enough of that, it makes you stronger, gives you better ideas and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Makes you push harder, go like, that's where the bar is? Shit, I just got here. Fuck, I better start the climb again.
Yeah, and it's a show that I think, and I'm going to go back and rewatch it. Maybe not today or tomorrow, but I think maybe over the summer. Let it sit for a while and then re-experience it and see if I can pick up on all that shit that I missed before. Because you don't get a magic trick without leaving hints. You don't get a magic trick without the breadcrumbs. Yeah, you have to see enough behind the curtain so that you're invested in it. And I just want to be able to see if I can see all of those strings being pulled.
I'll tell you this much right now. I'm going to be bold and call it. It's Nolan Kid's going places.
Never heard of him before. I'm not familiar with much of his work,
but
he's promising.
That's cute. I had no idea he was married to the lady who's, because I watched after the show, they show the fucking interviews and stuff. And they're like, this is what happened this week. Because I'll be honest, Mark, I'm not smart enough to understand Westworld. So I need to watch the after show thing where the creators explain it. And
Tell me what you just did.
Oh! So then I can sit there and be like, oh. So when I watch it, I see both of them interviewed, but they never said, oh, by the way, we fuck each other. I guess why would that? But I mean, I would if it was my wife. I'd be like, Can you believe it? Can you believe it? This is who I get to sleep with when we're done with this interview and shit like
Would
that.
you like to come back to our house? We call it Westworld.
Yeah, you want to watch? All we do at our house is what they do in Westworld. Fucking kill. Like, what do you kill? Like, come over and find out.
Yes, we call it the Reverie House.
The reveries. What a great show, man. And fucking J.J. Abrams plays a role somewhere.
He
What's
does.
he doing?
Bad robot. He's overseeing it all from his ivory palace.
He's like batting 1,000. Is that what the sports term is?
Yes and no. Like, he's had some misses on TV. He had
What?
a show called Undercovers that was on NBC.
How long did it run?
1 season.
Good enough.
Yeah.
Some of us don't even get that.
And some of us don't even get that.
What else? What else?
Revolution only went 2 years.
What was that?
That
Only
was-
2.
Yeah, but in the like,
I'd
holy
suck a
shit.
dick to go 1 with one of my shows.
But every
Hear
one,
that?
every one of these shows he sells is always like the savior of the network that year.
That's
And
not his fault.
It's not his
They're
fault.
just like, oh my God, with him comes a magic tale of rainbows and money. And
Right.
that's not always the case.
That's not always the case. I mean, he's
Even with
good.
his movie. Remember Super 8? Super 8 did well, but it didn't like fucking
No.
destroy the world. Next movie he did very fucking
He
well.
did all right with that.
But yeah, I don't know. I think of him as just like
Yeah.
blackjack. Blackjack. Like, he's just excellent
Yeah.
at the game.
I mean, I think, yeah, he's absolutely excellent at it. I think the dealer busts some of those times. Like, he's not always pulling blackjacks.
Oh, what a fucking great metaphor. But I'll my whole career is dealer bust. So I can't fucking mock that at all.
Sir, would you like to stand on that 9? Yes! I have faith.
Sometimes that works, sometimes it's Yogo's. Now available on Netflix. All right, man, fucking Westworld.
Yeah, no, watch it. Do it. If you haven't already, fucking loop it back.
Remember there was a minute where people were like, man, HBO's fucked after Game of Thrones. So not anymore.
Not anymore.
Now they've got Westworld. They got possibly Samurai World. You can world this shit.
Forever.
HBO could literally become HBW and just do fucking Homebox World. And every show, think about it, all new fucking casts and shit like that.
One of my favorite things in the show, and it's tiny fucking corner of the frame,
Okay.
where they're walking in that, like, the dead corridor zone down there, and somebody's walking down a hallway. And I could swear, I need to go back and look at it, but I'm pretty sure that there is just in the corner of the eye, kind of blurry in the background, is a cowboy with a cowboy hat and the black shirt and the black pants. That's supposed to be Yul Brynner's.
Really?
Yeah, like you barely fucking see it. But in the, we don't even go to this floor anymore. These are the outmoded models we don't talk about. And there's a cowboy just standing there, inactive against the wall.
We gotta go look. That would be adorable, man. You gotta remember, we grew up with a Westworld.
Yes.
But it wasn't this fucking good.
Nope.
Michael Crichton, man, he's in the past, right?
Yeah.
That dude must be fucking smiling wherever he is. Let's say heaven, because
Let's
it's a
say
positive show.
Absolutely.
So he's in heaven and he's just like, I even rock from here.
Yeah,
I don't even have to do anything anymore. My fucking name is Legend.
I'm on the eightfold path, my friend, and it's all coming true.
All right, we're done.
We're done.
Blowing this fucking show. Nobody's gonna give us a job, but I don't give a fuck. I just like it. It's good, man. You know, we want to tell the whole world about it. My wife didn't want to watch it at first. The first 2
Neither did
episodes,
mine.
because she said it was. Remember before it came out, they were like, "This show's kind of rapey and stuff." And right away, my wife was like, "I'm watching
Nope.
that show," and I was like, "I don't think JJ would be involved in a rapey show," and she was like, "I'm not watching that." So by the time I got to episode 4, I was like, "Look, it's not a rapey show. Like I haven't seen any fucking rape, so I think you could actually dig on it." And then by the time I got to the end, I'd be like, "You'd be an idiot not to watch this show because this is so in your fucking wheelhouse and shit."
Yeah.
So hopefully she's starting it soon.
Yeah. And my wife hates Westerns. So, like, that first episode was the only way that she got into it was it's shot all around California because there are still, like, 5 or
Really?
6 standing Western towns in, like, Santa Clarita and in the West Valley. There's Paramount Ranch out by, like, Thousand Oaks, I think.
Disney
And-
Ranch too has a
Yeah,
Western
like they've
town.
still got those things. And so we visited a couple when we first moved here. It's like, what are we going to do today? Let's drive and go see something. We've been to one of those ranches. And we would always
Come
take
to Wild West City.
Woo,
the
Paramount Ranch, they
city's
shot
coming
movies here.
wild.
And we went and we visited one like 6 months ago. And everything was like shined up, new paint, everything, new
They're
windows.
probably shooting there.
They were shooting there. Like they duded it up for Westworld.
And
so,
here I was sitting there going, they probably went on location and built all those towns.
Yeah. The room was in
I'm
San
an
Francisco.
idiot. I work in production. I can't figure this shit out. Like, I know shit's fake, and I'm like, wow, did you see that spaceship?
It's all digital.
Fucking good show. All right,
Yes.
man. HBO's done it again. JJ's done it again.
The Nolans.
Nolans have done it again. Apparently, what's her name?
Lisa Joy.
Lisa Joy, who is also in the Nolan family, it would seem,
Nolan by marriage.
has done it again, man. Fucking hats off. Evan Rachel Wood, dude, really good in that show.
Yeah.
Really, really good. I mean, I've always kind of liked, what was that, 13? Was that the first movie?
Yes.
Going way, way back. But, like, she gets to do some pretty career-defining shit.
I mean,
I think I already said that.
The
about somebody else, but I'm gonna
ladies
use
on
it
this,
here.
the ladies on this show take off with it.
No
Like,
shit,
between
right?
Thandiwe
Like,
and
and
Rachel
it's,
Wood.
honestly, there's no weak links, and it's not like, well, nobody shines. Everyone kind of shines in their own moment, but that's why I was like, I can't believe my wife wouldn't watch this. I'm like, are you kidding me? This is fucking like female empowerment with robots.
And guns and blood.
They're pulling dudes' dicks off and whipping them across the yard. I was making shit up, trying to make her watch it.
Does that work?
Sometimes.
It's a dick slapping a show on
That's
HBO.
how I got her to watch Finding Dory. I was like, they're ripping dicks off and whipping them across the yard.
Just keep slapping with dicks in your face.
There it is, folks. Fucking Westworld. Give it a try. That's all we got for Fat Man and Batman this week?
I think so, my friend.
That's it, man. For Fat Man and Batman, I'm Kevin Smith.
I'm Mark Bernardin.
Tune in next time. Same fat time, same fat channel, smodcast.com, or
YouTube.com/Kevin Smith.